guys, I'm Charlie, a Charlie Book Fanatic. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about what I am going to be reading in the first 2 weeks of November. I'm going to do a separate TBR for the last 2 weeks of November because I'm going to be participating in the Tome Topple readathon hosted by Thoughts on Tomes. I will link her announcement video down below so you can check it out if you might want to participate. Sam from Thoughts on Tomes is going to be announcing some challenges for this readathon, but that is going to be in a couple of weeks. We'll pick our books out depending on that, but I have some books in mind already. We are going to see all of that in my separate TBR. For now, we are going to be talking about the books I'm planning on reading in the upcoming 2 weeks. The camera angle changed, I'm sorry, but I had to take out a book from the stack of books I'm filming from. So the first book I'm going to be reading in November is Murder of a Medici Princess by Caroline P. Murphy. This is historical fiction, and it is talking about Isabella de Medici. Isabella was married, but she lived mostly a life of independence throughout. When her father was alive, she had her own palace. She was seeking pleasure and she loved art. When Isabella's father died and her brother took over his reign, he thought Isabella was a family disgrace and permitted her enraged husband to murder her. And this is basically the story of Isabella. I have always been fascinated by the Medici family because I got art history in high school. I chose that as an elective. We talked about the Medicis a lot because obviously they were a big part of Florence and art and architecture, and I am very much interested. It's not that long actually, it's quite short, average length, and I am very excited to find out more about this family. The second book is one from my October TBR, and that is Sleeping Giants by Sylvain Neuvel. This is a science fiction book that I already talked about in my October TBR, so I will link that down below. So I'm not going to go into too much depth about this, but I wanted to read this last month. I recently bought it and I saw it on another booktubers channel, and I am in a science fiction craze right now, and this sounds so good. Also, this paperback is absolutely gorgeous, and the back says, it's very short, so I can just read it to you. We always look forward, we never look back, but this thing is different. It challenges us. It rewrites history. It dares us to question what we know about ourselves, about everything. And then on my TBR, I also have The Midnight Star by Marie Lu. This came out in October. It is the finale to the Young Elise trilogy. I read The Rose Society last month and I enjoy this trilogy so much, and I cannot wait to see how everything will end up with Adelina. This follows basically Adelina Amaturu, and she is basically descending into villainy throughout these books. And that is such a unique premise. It's amazing to follow her. And even though she's descending into villainy, I came to love her throughout these books because she is so different and all of the side characters and all. I'm not particularly a fan of the love story, but I would like to see how Marie Lu will build upon the LGBTQ+ elements she worked in with the side characters in The Rose Society, so I hope that there will be more of that in this book, but I am way excited for this one. But I don't like how it's this little though. I expected a bit of a bigger paperback, but it looks a bit weird on my shelf. But aside from that, I am so excited. Then I'm also going to be reading Foxlowe by Eleanor Wasserberg. All I know about this is that it follows a commune, and things inside this commune go horribly wrong, crimes are committed, things like that. And the synopsis sounds really interesting because it is written from first person perspective, and I will read you the synopsis. There was me. My name is Green and my little sister Blue. There was October, who we called Toby, and Alencia, Dylan, Liberty, Pat and Egg. There was Richard, of course, who was one of the founders. And there was Freya. We were the family, but we weren't just an ordinary family. We were a new, better kind of family. We didn't need to go to school because we had a new, better kind of education. We shared everything. We were close to the ancient way of living and the ancient landscape. We knew the moors and the standing stones. We celebrated the solstice in the correct way with honey and fruit and garlands of fresh flowers. We knew the bad, and we knew how to keep it away. And we had Foxlowe, our home, but we were free. There really was no reason for anyone to want to leave. Then I also really want to read The Mistake, which is a second book in the Off-Campus series by Elle. This is a new adult series, and each book follows a different boy from this hockey team who are all living together. The first book followed Garrett and the girl he was romancing, and that was so cute. Like, I am looking for a new adult series that could follow up the Summer series by C.J. Duggan, which I absolutely love, and I think I found it, but I've only read the first book, so I wanted to remedy that by reading The Mistake. And then lastly, I'm going to be reading Becoming Clementine by Jennifer Niven. This is the third book in the Velvet Jean series, which is Jennifer Niven's adult historical fiction series. I've absolutely loved the first two books. They tell the life of Velvet Jean, and it's amazing how much she experiences, the tale of her family, and how she gets where she is at the end of the second book. And I love the cover for the third book. It's so different from the first two covers, and I'm very excited to see how this tale will continue on. So these were all the books I want to read in the first 2 weeks of November. Let me know down below what books are you going to read during November. I would love to know. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.